So, hello, 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 beautiful angels who are joining us for this ceremony and activation for the blue ray. So, as we come together, what I actually want to do first is just do a short meditation, maybe a 5-minute meditation, just to come into sacred space together because we are creating a sacred space. We're dropping into ceremony. And today we are working with the blue ray. And after we drop into a short meditation, I'm going to explain a little bit about what we're going to be doing today. So your mind kind of has an idea of what the flow will be for our journey. So if you feel ready to close your eyes, please do that. I'm just taking a deep breath in. And first, I want to thank you so much for being here, whether that's live or on replay. I just want to say thank you so much for being aware that you've been called by the blue ray. Because if you're listening and as you breathe, what the Sirians and the Masters of Blue Light wanted me to tell you is that you have been specifically called. They were showing me that they were calling certain beings, and they've also been at the gateway. So actually some beings were not even able to come because you needed to be in resonance with what the channeling and the activation was to come through today. So first off, as you breathe, just take a moment to know that you have been called into this space. You may have a very strong feeling in your heart about what this energy is, and you may have already been working with blue light and blue ray, or you may just feel like, I do not know what I'm about to do, but I want you to understand that your soul has guided you here. And as you breathe, we're going to breathe that soul light. We're going to breathe our higher selves more deeply into our bodies so we can open up the energetic channels, especially the central channel, so we can be more receptive and more open to any downloads and pieces of guidance that wish to come through for you today. Because the light beings, the blue light beings that we will be working with today, are already working with you now, and individually they have actually different activations and slightly different light codes that they're already streaming through your field. So you will be receiving, and you are receiving, your own unique medicine from the very powerful multidimensional masters of the blue light, of the blue ray, who are here with us. So as you breathe, just take a moment and see your beautiful 8th chakra light up about a foot and a half above your head, this beautiful golden sunlight. We're going to be starting just with the gold today of our higher selves to prepare us to receive the blue more deeply. So go ahead and see a waterfall of golden light, like a waterfall of starlight, golden starlight coming through your crown swirling open, drinking up the crystalline Christed light of your higher self. Breathing your higher self's light down through your third eye, your pineal gland, your pituitary gland, receiving with the breath your higher self in your third eye, and then breathing that light, this golden starlight of your higher self, through the base of your skull, through your throat. Breathing that golden light and activating the sapphire blue energy in your throat with that golden light. Feeling Archangel Michael gently touching your throat chakra now to activate this chakra that is a temple of blue light within your being, your energetic signature. And feeling your golden higher self just streaming through your throat, like a liquid of light, a river of golden light moving through your throat chakra temple now. Opening the back of your throat chakra. The back of our throat chakra, when it's open, helps us to receive messages from the other realms, the higher dimensions, our guides, our angels, ancestors of divine light, ascended masters. So just feeling your beautiful throat and sapphire energy open up, activated with your higher self. And then feeling this golden light start to move through your spinal column, vertebra by vertebra, into your heart and your heart star now. Breathing this golden light of your higher self into your heart star, and just taking a moment to feel into something that you're grateful for in this now moment. And as you think of something you're grateful for in this now moment, what happens is your heart opens up. And as your heart opens up and we're consciously breathing our higher self light into our heart, we're able to receive the light of our higher self more deeply. One of the reasons why gratitude is so powerful, as it opens our heart, our true divine self is able to take up deeper residence in our heart space, dissolving the shields and opening us up to our divine inheritance of unconditional love from Mother, Father, God, and our soul. So breathing this light into the heart and then swirling that higher self golden light down into the solar plexus, activating that lion, lioness energy that lives in the solar plexus. And you may even feel, as this transmission is coming from the lands of South Africa, some of the beautiful lion energies here transmitting as well, supporting that activation of your solar plexus with your higher self light. Breathing this light now down through your spinal column into your sacral chakra, your second chakra, your lower back, your kidneys, your reproductive organs, just blessing and kissing the sacral, sacred sexual center with your higher self's light. And this is an important center. It's our center of receptivity, where we can really receive the blue ray that we're going to be working with today. So just allowing the sacral to gently unfold and open, knowing I am worthy. I am worthy of the divine light that I am. I am worthy of the divinity that I am. And then breathing, when you're ready, this golden light nectar from your higher self, as your higher self, into your root. Golden light of your higher self filling your root, just gently softening the muscles around your root, your tailbone, and feeling yourself just gently drop a grounding cord as light pours through your legs and through your feet. Drop that grounding cord down through your Earth Star chakra, below your feet, down, 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 all the way into the fifth, sixth crystalline core of Mother Earth, the sixth dimensional crystalline core of Mother Earth. Sending that grounding cord and setting your intention to receive a powerful transmission today that is perfect for you, activating your soul's mission more deeply, bringing you more into alignment, maybe than ever before in your life's journey. And when you're ready, you can breathe up energy back from Gaia and into this pillar of light that we've created through your central channel. With our eyes closed here, Filling your being with the light of Gaia, with the golden light of your higher self. We call forth Archangel Michael, Michael, Michaela, Archangel Michael, Archea of Faith. We welcome your presence here to everyone who's listening. We call upon Isis, beautiful Isis and Hathor. We welcome you. Beautiful beings of the blue ray, the violet ray, the blue violet ray. We call upon the Syrian elders and masters of light, the Syrian lion beings. We welcome your presence here, all of divine light, all of unconditional love. We call upon the whales and the dolphins, beautiful whales and dolphins arriving to bless each and every single one of us. Our higher selves are here in communication with these beautiful beings. And we call upon the masters of light of the blue ray who wish to join us today that have not been named. Coming through Archangel Michael, as Archangel Michael is our main leader and guide for this blue ray transmission. And just go ahead and connecting with Sirius now, beautiful, brightest star in our sky, the blue dog star. Just feeling the presence of Sirius starting to communicate with you, opening you and activating you. Taking a deep breath in, feeling your breath go all the way to your tailbone. And whenever you're ready, you might want to wiggle your toes, wiggle your feet, spiral your hips, and come back to the space. All right, welcome back. All right, so let's get into the transmission. We'll keep going with it. So we're here to connect with the blue ray. And the blue ray is called the first ray of God, of Source. And it's the ray of divine will. So when we work with the blue ray, what we're really doing and asking for is to be in ultimate alignment with our soul light and our soul's mission. And those who come with the blue ray, who work with the blue ray, who choose the blue ray frequency, who are born of the blue ray frequency, have a very strong desire, almost like an obsession, to be in alignment with our soul's mission. And this might lay dormant for a while, but once we start to wake up, once we start to work with the blue ray, we start to feel like, wow, I am so powerful. If you let yourself feel that, as our awakening journey, we reveal more and more of ourselves and our powers and go, wow, I'm so powerful. I'm here for a very important reason. And the blue ray is the ray of divine will that says, yeah, you are. You have a soul mission. Let's get going. And Archangel Michael is the archangel of the blue ray, also the blue violet ray. And when we connect with the blue ray, we're deeply connecting to Archangel Michael as well. And Archangel Michael is considered, although I don't see him as such, I see the archangels working in harmony, but he's considered the leader of the archangels. And there's a reason for that, because he comes with this very strong warrior energy and this leadership energy. And one of the things that we're feeling when we connect with that energy from Archangel Michael is we're feeling mission, we're feeling purpose, we're feeling power. This is not an energy that is docile, that's just kind of like skips through life here and there and is just kind of distracted and then we die. This is the energy of the warrior, the leader. There's a feminine energy quality to the blue ray and a masculine quality to the blue ray that you might explore in your own journeys with the blue ray. So there are blue ray beings, and most of you here, because you've been attracted to this journey, I would say are blue ray beings. So what is a blue ray being? Well, I'm still remembering, I'm still learning. For me, it feels like blue ray beings, our souls were born from blue. Because if we look at source energy, like this golden sun, and then we have 12 emanations, you may know in this part of your journey, 12 is a very sacred number. 12 times 12 is the 144, the vibration of unity consciousness. And 12 is sort of a building block of reality. How I currently see it is that one of the 12 spokes that Source birthed, when it was just Source, and then Source started to expand outward and outward and outward and outward, one of those spokes was blue. One of those spokes was the realm of Archangel Michael, Michaela. And I believe that blue rays were born of this. It's kind of like you have a waterfall going through, and then you have all these different like shoots, these 12 different shoots that the water could spout through. This is just how I see it. You might see it differently, which is very welcome, is that blue ray beings were born from Source through the blue spout. And Joanne says, feeling this blue ray energy so strong right now with what's happening in Canada. Yeah, definitely. And actually, Archangel Michael's vortex, his energetic retreat, is in Canada over Lake Louise, close to Banff. So yeah, it's interesting. So what are the qualities of a blue ray being? So this will help as I describe the qualities of a blue ray being. You might recognize yourself as a blue ray being. And if you don't recognize yourself, then what it probably means is that you're here to receive blue ray medicine because you need blue ray medicine. So everyone has their own unique soul frequency and their soul signature, and they're all super, super powerful. So I'll just read these out, and then you can feel into, if you feel a resonance as a blue ray being. Okay. So, well, first I'm just looking at my notes here, as you can probably tell. So blue rays are like, we carry the vibration of sacred geometry and sound. What I was told in meditation the other day is that sacred geometry and sound are actually the same thing, but from different perspectives and consciousness. So blue ray beings carry sacred geometry. Blue ray beings carry the medicine of sound. And so if you're a blue ray being, or if you're very connected to the blue ray, you will have a connection to sound. You'll also probably be very sound sensitive. By that I mean that while someone else can sleep with trucks and noise and traffic going around, you are very sensitive to sound. Or as you continue to wake up and sort of peel back layers of who you really are, you might find, that you have a sensitivity to sound, that you have a relationship to sound, that you might make sounds frequently, or you're a singer, or you're connected to music, or when you hear music, something moves through your body. This is very blue ray energy. The blue ray beings are those of badass transmutation. So what the blue ray does is it's like, imagine you have a tuning fork. I was shown this the other day in meditation as well. Imagine there's a tuning fork, and there's a room, right? And even light isn't going to get into the different cabinets in the different corners if there's a door closed. But anywhere in that room, that tuning fork and that sound will be heard. It permeates everything. It's this like laser focused tuning sound. That is a blue ray being. So the blue ray beings are transmuters. And so we come to this planet, or those who carry blue ray energy and maybe other frequencies in your field as well, you come to this planet and you're a transmuter. So it's almost like you have x-ray vision, or when you're in the blue ray energy, you have x-ray vision. You can see what's going on. You can feel what's out of alignment. And that sound is the medicine that brings things back into alignment. It goes very deep. It sort of reminds me of Scorpio energy. My moon's in Scorpio. It goes very deep. So the blue ray beings are transmuters. And because we are transmuters, we tend to need a lot of alone time because we're so sensitive. Blue ray beings and the blue ray energy creates this very strong sensitivity. We're so sensitive. And we're always transmuting, that it's like just in our very beings that we tend to need a lot of alone time just to process all that's going on, while other people can be out and about all the time and do this and do that. If you're a blue ray energy, if you're a blue ray being or a secondary blue ray being, which means your secondary light color in your field and your aura is blue, then you're probably going to need to recharge and be by yourself just so you can hear yourself, because you're so sensitive. Okay, I'm just looking. Yeah, the comments. Okay, so let me know if any of this sounds like you in the comments. So Yeah, Blu-ray energy also has strong intuitive and oracular abilities. These are the psychics, the intuitives, the healers, the channels, the writers, the singers, the musicians, the beings that work with our throats. You might be a Blu-ray being and you might have issues with your throat because you have so much energy that wants to move through your throat, but you're taking on old grids from this society in your throat, and all that energy is trying to move through. You might actually have issues with your throat. You might have issues with communication, even though you're actually a master of communication, even though you're actually a master of the throat, if that makes sense. Leanne says, everything you've said, I'm this human. And it says, yeah, definitely feel like I've got a lot of gold and white too, though. Beautiful. So yeah, as I say this, it might totally resonate with you, or you might carry blue in your energy. We all carry blue because we're rainbow. This is the thing. We come from God. We come from source. Source is gold. Source is rainbow. Source is white. So source is black. Source is the void. So we all carry all of this. But these are how do you say it? These are qualities of Blu-ray beings. So you can say, okay, I'm a Blu-ray being, or I'm here for the medicine of the Blu-ray. Okay, needs to be alone a lot. Connection to water. Blu-ray beings love water, connected to water. Not all of them at the same level, because you might be like an incarnated dolphin like myself, and then you're like literally obsessed with water, or you might be a little more like lion vibration, and you don't need water as much, but you still feel very connected to it. Okay, yeah. Oh, one of them is you can feel tired a lot. I mean, I feel like this is like everybody on the planet right now. But I have written down, because it's a combination of the transmutational warrior. It's a really funny combination being a Blu-ray, because you're like a warrior. You're like, I'm going in, my soul mission, I'm helping other people, I'm showing up. And they're like, but I'm so sensitive. I'm so sensitive. So you might like, it's just a really interesting combination. And my experience too has been like, I need to tell people truth, and I drop lightning in their field. But when they get triggered from it, because blue is lightning, it's like initiator frequency, activator frequency. But people can get triggered from that because you are speaking directly to their power. You're speaking directly to their soul and waking it up. And then their egos are like, ugh. And then people's egos will be transmuted. I'm like, oh, darn, I think I hurt their feelings. Now I get into my sensitivity, right? And it's like this whole journey of like really activated power. Like, it's okay to hurt people's feelings. It's okay. If you're doing that from a space of supreme, truth channeling through you, because the Blu-ray energy and Blu-ray medicine is truth, is divine will, truth and divine will, initiator, activator, lightning. And we all work in these sort of different ways. And certain aspects of blue, in the blue temple, imagine there's like a Blu-ray temple of light. You'll see very close to it in the distance is the green ray temple, like the rainbow, right? Rojibib. And then you'll see the violet temple. So in, connection to the blue, when you're kind of like in that blue light temple, you might go a little bit towards the green, and then, oh, you're in turquoise. And oh, you're over here, and now you're in violet or blue violet. And so there's also a connection between turquoise and violet in the blue energy, as well as gold, because all colors are supremely connected to gold. Okay, let me just look at some of these comments. Okay. So Audrey says, makes sense, Beth Catherine. Danielle says, this is so relevant to what's going on in my life right now, how I'm overwhelmed because I'm so sensitive all the time to everything. Also, I've been realizing I need time to be alone. Yeah, so the Blu-ray is actually really, really helpful if you bring in your field to actually clear it out, because when we are embodied fully in our soul power and our Blu-ray energy, we are like walking boundaries. It's so powerful. But when we've taken on of like the ancestral stuff and the collective stuff, and we're having different geometries in our field that aren't our sacred codes and our sacred geometries, things can get a little warbled. So it's important for us to really sit in the blue temple fairly frequently, or the violet ray, and just clear it out and bathe ourselves. So while blue rays can be very, very sensitive, actually the blue is the medicine to clear out anything that's not needed in the field. If you need to have more boundaries in your life, bring the Blu-ray in. The Blu-ray will not allow what is not in energetic harmony with you in, because why? It's the ray of divine will. So I've been sitting in the Blu-ray temple, which we're going to do in meditation soon, frequently in the last couple months. And it's literally crazy how many people have been leaving my life, a lot of them non-dramatically, but like they just and I knew that they needed to leave my life, but I just didn't know how to do it. As I sat in the Blu-ray temple with the Blu-ray light, it just did it automatically for me. It was very interesting. So if you do need some more, help with boundaries, clearing out people from your life, bring the Blu-ray. And if you've got toxic people in your life right now, Blu-ray, bring it in and let it work its magic. And I'm going to teach you how to really bring the Blu-ray in. So you know how to do that. Ali says, yeah, definitely sensitivity to sound for sure, and experience the throat chakra block. Yeah. Audrey says, yes, throat feels really purging right now. Christine says, yes, I feel seen. Beautiful. Audrey says, water, just so necessary. Yes, I'm part of my soul connection to whale. Absolutely. Blue and whale. Kim says, yes, 9 to 5s are, no, 9 to 5s are not for Blu-rays unless you are so passionate about your job. A Blu-ray needs to feel, if they're being honest with themselves, passionate about what they're doing. A Blu-ray will be miserable if, well, there's levels of miserable. It's like a strong statement, but a Blu-ray will probably be a little miserable working in a career, working in a job that's not their soul's mission. Why? Because the Blu-ray is of divine will. And if Blu-rays are not in alignment with what the divine will is for them, they're going to feel really like, bring the Blu-ray in. If that's you, bring the Blu-ray in. Bring the Blu-ray in. So it will just align your life naturally. You don't actually have to do that much crazy effort a lot of the time. You can just work with the right frequencies, bring the sacred geometry, activate the sacred geometry in your field with that Blu-ray activation, and then see what happens. A lot can happen pretty magically. Joanne says, yes, sensitivity to sound and throat chakra blocks. Water and I do not have a cohesive relationship. Actually, I have a lot of discomfort around water. Interesting. Some people, when they've said that, have also told me about past life incidences with water, because water can also lovingly kill you, but it doesn't feel so lovingly. Kim says, work and rest balance. Annette says, LOL, yes, all the ends of the spectrum, nervous system needs to regulate this. Yeah. And also, please note that Blu-ray is very, very strong. So it's not a frequency that you're going to want to sit in all day, every day, because your nervous system will not be able to handle it. It's too much, so you want to do it in doses. You want to do it in doses, sit with the Blu-ray in doses. If you're trying to sit with the Blu-ray every day, all day, you will probably feel your nervous system overload. And you might be like, fuck that Blu-ray, get out of my, I literally have felt that many times. I'm like, Blue, get away from me right now. And when that is your vibe, what can be very helpful is bringing, but if you want to still do your healing and you want to work with rays and you want to work with colors and lights because you like that, like me, rose quartz is a very soothing frequency. And green is also very soothing for the nervous system. And you can also, if you're still really feeling attached to blue, you can also go to the lighter blue, because there's so many different frequencies of blue. The Blu-ray, the essence of home is the sapphire, but you can go to the really light blue, or the like, what is it? The cornelian or the cowichan or something blue, like the Mother Mary blue. That can also be very, very gentle as well. So let me go back. Yeah, Joanne says 9 to 5 absolutely does not align with me. I always knew this, but did not know why or what to do about this. Yeah. Annette says aquamarine. Yeah, turquoise. Love it. Audrey says some people from the past came back with not clear energies recently. Yeah, boundaries. Get that Blu-ray in. Just like, dude, talk to the Blu-ray. And it's been very amazing lately what has happened, just because I've been sitting in Blu-ray frequency so much. Empress says, which I love your name, definitely got to be passionate about what I do. Absolutely. Yeah. Ali says, every time I take a 9 to 5 over my soul work, my life force dwindles. Absolutely. So, as I'm reading this, what I'm hearing as well is, so part of Blu-ray's experience and mission as well is we got to make sure that we are diving into our relationship with money, security, the great mother, because if we need to be doing our soul work, then we need to be supported financially with our soul work. So we got to be doing a deep transmutational work, which we happen to be amazing at because we're blue rays or blue violet rays, or we have the medicine of the blue ray that we're bringing in to go really deep into transmuting the old systems that do not work. So believe in your power, believe in the medicine that you carry. And if you're not in a space right now where you're actively doing your soul work, but you really feel that call too, then you want to do the shadow work, because that is the blue. And I have so much more to tell you. I'm so excited. Okay. So, but I'm going to finish the comments first. So Adele says, I'm a dolphin Sirius turquoise connection for sure. Hello, beautiful sister, dolphin Sirius Pleiadian being here with you. Sarah says, I feel very connected to everything you're saying. I've been told that I'm a yellow ray, beautiful, but feel very connected to the blue ray. Yeah, so I do believe we have multiple frequencies that we hold in our energy field. So, and I'm literally, so much of this is still a mystery to me. I keep asking. Sometimes they're like, you're not ready yet, or you won't understand. And I'm like, can you just tell me so I can teach people better? But a lot of the rays and it's still such a mystery to me. Empress says, I'm definitely sensitive, have a divine connection to water, and an unexplainable strong connection to dolphins. I'm glad you're here. Marie Claire says, I feel a strong core resonance with the green ray. And so listening, I can see why I'm so strongly called towards neighbor blue. I love that you call it neighbor blue ray. That's so cute. And the beautiful medicine there. Neighbor blue, hello. Neighbor green, hi. Audrey says it can be overwhelming sometimes. Absolutely. Story of my life sometimes. And if not coupled with Rose Ray, from my experience, it can be sometimes too masculine and harsh. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, you said it. Rose Ray needed. Yeah. So yeah, I lead. So today, doors are opening for a 4-month journey, Medicine Keepers of the Blue Violet Ray, which is a deep dive with me into this. And I've heard from past participants, it's my 3rd time running it, that they need breaks. They need, like, it's just too intense sometimes. So this time I added a whole module on the green ray, and I might actually do a rose quartz ray as well, just so we can still be in the frequency together. But again, too much of the blue is going to make you just feel like I can't right now. Okay. Nikki says, this is right on time for my mind. I've been having uncomfortable conversations that need to happen. My boundaries are gracefully fully active now. Yay. And Teresa says, oh wait, there's another one. Oh my God, that's commenting so fast. Wow, there's so many more. Ali says, in my daily practice, I've been bringing the blue down and through my field, and then green and pink up through my being. Beautiful. And for the dolphins, because obviously this is a blue ray dolphin activation, so dolphins also hold turquoise and rose quartz pink in their energy fields, as well as electric blue. So if you also just want to connect with dolphins, you know, that turquoise and rose quartz is really powerful. That's our high heart frequencies. So next week on Valentine's Day, we're going to be working with the high heart, and that is the high heart and then our personal heart chakra. So there's actually 2 heart chakras. Not everybody actually has activated their high heart. And we're going to be working with that next week a little bit more, the turquoise and the rose quartz as well as the blue. Brigitte says, yes, so me, I hope I'm saying your name right. Teacher, communicator, but with blockages, sensitive, have dolphin power, animal, and lion energy. Yeah, lion beings from Sirius and beyond. Favorite color is blue, violet, green. My name means defender. Water is common. Passionate about my project. Yeah, absolutely. Megma says, can blue ray meditation help with purging loopy thought patterns and feeling one's longing and lack? 100%. The blue, right? So for most of us, we know, we've seen Archangel Michael depicted with a sword, or we've done meditations like cord cutting, and someone guides you through Archangel Michael's cutting cords with a sword. There's a reason why Archangel Michael is depicted with a sword, because the blue is like, it's like transmuting. It's like, no bullshit, we're done with lack, we're done with this, we're bringing everything back into alignment, which is why it can feel so intense. It's not because there's anything too intense about blue, it's us. It's us, that we have so much going on still that we're purging out for the collective. It's a part of our soul's missions. It's not a bad thing. So we got to just be mindful of what our energy fields, what our nervous system can handle clearing. But blue and blue violet is like transmutation station, which is the purging. You can bring blue in, absolutely. Teresa says, I would love to share this with you. I only recently heard of blue rays on social media, and just reading about them gave me chills and heart palpitations. I muscle tested the help of my friend, a shamanic healer, and confirmed that I'm most certainly a blue. Yeah, basically, like, if you want to be a blue ray, like, you're probably a blue ray. This is the thing. Like, if you're not a blue ray, you're not really going to want to be a blue ray. Anyway, Joanne says, love seeing your kiddo here, gang. Yeah, Teresa says, may I ask if blue rays are from Pleiades? Yeah, so the Pleiades have a very blue energy as well. The blue from Sirius and the blue from Pleiades I experience quite differently, although it's blue. The blue from Sirius, which we will be working today, and in Medicine Keepers of the Blue Violet Ray, is that strong energy. It's like, yo, we're on a mission, because Sirius is a training ground for beings that want to come to Earth and incarnate as a human or other beings. So Sirius works very, very strongly and directly with the Earth. And a lot of us, probably actually almost all of you or all of you listening, have trained in Sirius on a soul level before coming here. So it's very strong. It's very powerful medicine. The Pleiadian, to me, feels lighter. It feels gentler. Diana Cooper, a beautiful channel and psychic and intuitive, says that in the Pleiades, there's a massive etheric blue rose. So the blue rose is very connected to the Pleiades. And I was like toying whether I wanted to bring the Pleiades in for today and for Medicine Keepers of the Blue Violet Ray, but we're going to do that later. It's like too much at once. Well, Anastasia, I think I answered that question. Have you heard about the blue rose? Yeah, and they're also connected to Venus. Absolutely. Lyra, too, blue feeling. Okay, amazing. Okay, I'm going to stop reading them for a second because I have more to tell you. So why are we working with the blue ray today? Like, what even is the point other than learning this very interesting information? And by the way, you're going to be able to share things with me that I don't even know about the blue ray, because we all wake each other up, right? We say, oh, I've experienced this, and oh, I kind of see it like that. So we want to share and we want to ping each other. I am in no way an authority, like the authority or an authority on the blue ray. I'm just someone that happens to have my life mission connected to bring this out. And this leads me into what I want to say as my next thing to say. I went to the Blue Ray Temple on Sirius B the other night. So for those of you maybe who don't know, there's Sirius A, Sirius B, and apparently Sirius C is actually no longer in the physical, but there is / was a Sirius C, and these are different stars with different systems around them as well, but all in Sirius. And Sirius is in the constellation of Cancer, water. So called the blue dog star, Sirius, the brightest star in our sky. So I went to Sirius B, which is the home of the dolphins and whale consciousness coming through. It's one way that the dolphin energy, the blue energy, incarnates as dolphin energy and then steps down into the earth. And I went to the blue light temple on Sirius B, of which I believe there are many. I believe there's like a whole blue light party over there. And I went into temple and they told me, they said, okay, Beth. So they didn't say, okay, Beth, but I'm paraphrasing. They said, so the earth has not been ready for the blue rays to come together, because the blue ray, and now we're starting to really feel it, and we're talking about the intensity of it, transmutation, purging. When you look, imagine that you see me as this blue flame, and then you see you as a blue flame. Even if you have other colors in your frequency and your aura and your energy field, just imagine for a moment that you're carrying that blue flame. And they showed me us kind of all separate on Earth. And they said the Earth hasn't been ready yet for the blue lights to merge and come together, because there's been so much density and so much trauma and so much distortion that if the blue rays came together at the wrong time, it would feel incredibly violent to the human race. Not that it would be violent at all, but you know, if someone's really not aligned with their truth and they come around someone who's incredibly in their truth, their ego is going to explode, right? So the same thing, this is why we had to kind of be separate. This is why we kind of had to just pillar our own blue ray. Also, blue rays are just like, if you want to be like, you know, coming in the witch burning times, like, dude, if you're a blue ray and you're coming in witch burning times, like, dude, girlfriend, 99%, like, you're done. Because your energy is so strong, you trigger people without just walking around, because you are holding, like, you know, have you ever been around people and they're just uncomfortable around you sometimes, and you can feel it. You're not even doing anything. It's because divine will, truth, divine will, truth. So if we had all of these divine will, truth beings merging our blue light at the same time before Earth was ready for it, it would feel too violent. It would be very dangerous for us. And it wouldn't be sustainable. It would have this massive ego backlash. And they said in the Sirius temple the other night, the Earth's ready now. And one of your missions, one of your purposes on Earth is to actually unite the blue rays and to bring the blue ray and the blue flame together. So that's what we're doing in this session. And that's what we'll be doing if you join us for the 4-month deep dive medicine keepers of the blue violet ray, which is a huge deep dive into the activation of this medicine and really learning how to embody it and hold it. So Christine says, was listening to a meditation the other day and Archangel Michael was called in to cut off the head with his sword, and then it was boiled blue violet ray. It was an incredible feeling. So I feel the intensity of the blue. LOL, they mean business. Yeah, we shadow light workers and witch wounds, absolutely. So yeah, it's a really interesting, it's just interesting being it's interesting being such a shadow worker, but being also a dolphin energy. So people think you're so bubbly and like not actually really with it sometimes. They're like, dude, you guys have no fucking idea what I've been through, like what I go through, you know, like including some of my training at night. You know, I don't know about you, we're all shadow workers here, right? At night, you know, I've been in training with Archangel Michael for years on how to deal with demons. And I feel like I graduated from that training because it's been a while since I've had those dreams. But Archangel Michael is literally training me how to deal with demonic energies in my dream time, because I do one-on-one work. I work very strongly healing people in session. And really, you know, long story short, if you want to know what I learned from the training, is literally you just go, I am one with God and I love you. And then literally try to hug the demon and they will disappear. Right? So that's what we're learning. That's what we teach the world. We teach the world, I am one with God. I am one with source and I love you. And all density and all distortion cannot be in the frequency of that. So we're very powerful beings, and people who carry the blue ray, very, very powerful beings, as we all are. We all have different medicine. We all have different medicine. So yeah, I think I said everything that I wanted to say. Yeah, and can you imagine, okay, so blue is sound, right? Blue is sacred geometry. So now that we're starting to bring our blue ray energy together, so excited about it. And dude, like, I have not seen one course out there. I've been searching blue ray. I feel like I'm so excited to be maybe one of the first beings that's actually offering courses and transmissions to bring the blue ray frequencies together, because it's just so exciting. Because can you imagine when the blue ray, our blue rays are coming together, what that's doing is creating harmonic frequency, sacred geometry and harmonic frequency and sound. We can't hear it, but in the other dimensions, it would be felt and experienced as sound and vibration. Our earth has so much truck noise, mechanical noise. Like, is anybody, give me a thumbs up if you've recognized how powerful sound is, and if you've recognized that if humans could only learn to create instruments, without such aggressive noises, the world would be a very different place, because sound impacts our nervous systems and it impacts creation. Creation is created through sound. So if the sounds are distorted, if the sounds, even from this fucking fridge that I live with, sorry for swearing, but it's such a not nice sound, we could literally figure out how to run the mechanics through sacred geometry until when the sound actually came out, it was in harmonics. And that's what we're doing when blue rays are coming together. We're creating harmonics, and we're educating multidimensionally the world about the power of sound. And we're going to create a different reality just by coming together with the blue light, just by activating the peaceful harmonic energy of sound, rather than the aggressive energy of sound that humans have for far too long dealt with, put up with, not even fucking known about. This is like my blue ray passion coming out. Yes, any other blue ray is Shekinah Rose. That's just who I was like Googling. I was like, Shekinah Rose is so badass. And I love her. I was listening to her last night. Such a beautiful, so Shekinah Rose is a blue ray oracle, and she transmits especially a lot of sounds, and you can listen to her sounds and songs on YouTube. Okay, Leanne says, oh God, I've been waking up with such sore achy shoulders and my whole body hurts. It feels like I'm kickboxing at night. Dude, actually me too, my shoulders. Kangi, I think your name is like very interesting. It's like I don't know if it's kanji that I know or a different kanji. I don't know. But it says, I've taught my son, maybe it's the kanji that I know because she has a son, so maybe it's you. I've taught my son a similar mantra for his dreams. He uses it and says, Mama, I turned to hug them. I turned to hug them and they didn't know what to do. They just run. Oh my God, I love that. Audrey says, we are a slayer, hugger of demons. Also, it is coming, water temple. We can visit, absolutely. We can visit them at night too for healing purposes, just asking to be guided there. Beautiful. So that's the beautiful thing about when blue rays and the people, beings who just honor the blue come together. We teach each other, we remind each other. Annie says, Archangel Haniel's aqua energy is good too to invoke if blue gets too heavy. Beautiful. Yes. Activate the relief of joy. Thank you for sharing. Danielle says, Leslie Ann says, I have Om chanting in the background during this call. Beautiful. Kenji says, I've been following you for a couple of years now. LOL. I'm okay. Yes, of course, Kenji. I think that was the first time I've heard you say sorry for sorry. Yes, Magma says, wow, just realized I have been talking about the power of our voice for the last couple of days. Amazing. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're now gonna get into the activation. Oh, the last thing I wanted to share is that, so Sirius is, and there's so many beings on Sirius that are basically, they're just also aware of what's going on Earth. They're also sending us healing light. But the thing is, imagine they're sending us healing light and they have to honor our free will. They have to honor our free will choice and humanity's free will journey and process. So they can send their healing light to the higher vibrational systems. They can send their healing light to the crystalline grids. They can send their healing light and wrap the earth up in love. But they need humans, boots on the ground, consciously receiving the light to actually bring it to the collective consciousness of humanity and then ground it into the core crystal. We are the bridges of blue light that Sirius is sending us, as well as other frequencies and light codes. So that's why Sirius comes through me so strongly. And Sirius says, you know, you need to open the channel and open people's channel for the Sirius frequencies, because we're sending this energy through. But if we don't have the boots on the ground, if we don't have the people actually receiving it consciously and grounding it, it's far less effective. Because when we're saying yes to it, then we are in our own free will as humans receiving it. So it's totally honoring the laws of free will. And I believe that's why many, many, many of us came and incarnated as humans, because we were wanting to help from the higher realms. But we said, well, look, I'm going to be able to do a lot more if I am a human, because then I can consciously choose as my human self what I want to do, impact the human race and the collective consciousness, and totally, again, honor the laws of free will and what needs to happen. So yeah, it's just really cool stuff. Joanne says, I'm learning about the power of sound in a peaceful way, being in the midst of the strong women division in Canada and so much division in my family, bringing in frequencies from Mother Earth constantly to stay grounded. Absolutely. Okay, beautiful. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a little pee break. Because if you're like me, you drink a lot of water and then you pee a lot because you're a mermaid. So, or a merman, or a merbeing, whoever's watching now and in the future. So yeah, we're going to have a little pee break, and then we are going to go into our activation, and we're going to be working strongly with Sirius. And then the next session for Valentine's Day, we're going to be playing with the dolphins way more fully. So if you want more dolphins, we'll get some, but we're going to really get into it next week. So I will be gone for like a couple minutes. You do you. We'll come back soon. Okay. So coming back here, and Sarah's just saying, I am a Blu-ray being. Mermaid energy runs through my veins. It feels incredible to be here with fellow Blu-rays. I love that. Yeah, just so important, to feel like you're speaking the same language. Just the world is like so needing to activate their multidimensionality. So much. And I think everyone's almost back. I'm gonna wait another few moments for everyone to come back that I can see on, and now I can see you, Kanji. Like, oh hi, beautiful blue blanket. I'm gonna share a little fact. Well, you can't really call this a fact. I'm gonna share something before we go into meditation. So I was listening to Belinda Womack last night, who's a channeler for the 12 Archangels. I really love her work. And she was saying, well, she was channeling the 12 Archangels, and they were saying that dolphins are actually cherubim angels because we're actually of angelic frequency. So, or many of us are anyway. So dolphins, she was saying, are cherubim angels, and what that cherubim means is it's more that really the divine feminine. So it's like divine feminine angelic frequency. Divine feminine is flow, right? It's water. And then whales are seraphim cherubim angelic beings, and the seraphim is a little bit more of that thought power, the focus, the masculine energy. So whales are sort of this beautiful mix of the masculine feminine power. And whales are amazing. And to me, whales are a kind of a collective consciousness. If it's one whale, it's actually this massive being that goes far beyond what we would understand of what an individual is. Okay, so yeah, let's get going. Let's drop into our beautiful meditation. And first I'm going to anoint myself with, so I made full moon in Cancer water on the last full moon in Cancer, which was not even a month ago. It's got a beautiful moonstone holding the frequency. So on behalf of everyone, I'm going to anoint, if you're watching now or on replay, I'm going to anoint myself with this beautiful full moon in Cancer water. And we're just going to allow that to help us drop in. Again, Sirius is in the constellation of Cancer. So we're also connecting with Sirius while we do that. So first, I'm just going to tone and wake this water up a little bit more. I love you, water. Bless you, water. Thank you, water. On behalf of all beings, I just ask my higher self to connect with every higher self and every guardian angel of every higher self who's watching now. And as I anoint my third eye, all third eyes in this transmission are anointed. As I anoint my throat with this sacred water, all throats are anointed. As I anoint my heart with this water, all hearts are anointed. And as I anoint my sacral, all sacral chakras are anointed. And finally, as I anoint my root, all roots are anointed. So just feeling and receiving the codes of the full moon in Cancer water. And we will drop in now to our meditation. So if you're ready, you can close your eyes. And just starting to feel, how do you feel different from if you were here from the very start? How do you feel differently as you close your eyes now that we've been in this field of blue? Do you feel a shift? Do you feel something shifted in your nervous system? Do you feel a vibration? What's changed since the last time you closed your eyes and just really tuned in to your body? And as we breathe in, just allow yourself to become more aware of your breath. Like the breath is source energy, and you're aware of source energy. Moving down your spinal column and in through your whole body. Breathing in source, blue ray, divine will, source, alignment. We are committed to source. Nothing is more important than this sacred mission to serve source, to serve unconditional love. And so we breathe and we know that source comes through with every breath. And as we consciously breathe, we bring ourselves into harmony and alignment with our sacred truths just by connecting with the holy, sacred force, light and life force of the breath. As you breathe, feeling the presence of Isis. Isis is stepping forward now. So Isis, some of you may be familiar, deeply familiar with her frequency. Others maybe not so much. Isis is beautiful ascended master, beautiful golden age leader in ancient Egypt. And Isis is supremely connected to Sirius. And so for ancient Egypt, they were deeply connected and devoted to the mother frequencies of Isis and to Sirius. And so feeling that Isis, who also brings a beautiful violet energy, is stepping forth in front of you now. And she is first preparing you for this transmission to receive your own unique light codes that Sirius will be sending you and is sending you now. And you can see that as she is before you, she's holding up this beautiful sacred golden ankh. So if you don't know what an ankh looks like, just open your eyes gently and look at my finger because there's an ankh tattooed on it. But if you know what an ankh looks like, just seeing this ankh, this sacred symbol that Isis is weaving and starting to open up different portals, different nodal points in your energy field. You may also hear the whales and the dolphins behind her, the Hathors, singing. So there is a lot of etheric, ethereal sound waves moving into your energy field while Isis is activating and opening up your chakras, your nadis, your channel, specific points in your energy field, anointing and activating your DNA with this ankh, this very powerful symbol and frequency. So notice if she's moving over any area or areas of your body more pointedly, and just take a moment to breathe in the ankh. Breathing in the golden ankh in those places. You may see the ankh coming into your being and spinning, or it may stay still in its resonance. And this is attuning you to the frequencies, the holy sacred frequencies of Sirius. They're saying we don't work with just anybody and everybody, because we only want to open people's channels to this amount of power who are genuinely going to serve the will of Source, who are genuinely going to use this power and this alignment for the benefit and liberation of all beings. So feel that this is a sacred process that you are being gifted with, and you're being seen in your light and in your devotion, and just allowing this transmission to come through. So I'll just breathe here for a moment. Taking a deep breath and noticing now that as you gaze into the eyes of Isis, her eyes have gone violet, and she's sending you violet light into your own eyes, into your third eye, to unblock your third eye, to unblock your psychic and intuitive channels with this violet energy. And as you breathe, you notice now that Sirius, far above in the sky, is starting to beam this beautiful royal sapphire electric blue light down, like a beautiful pillar of light. And as Isis stands before you, she starts to soften the frequencies as you've been opened and just receiving this light transmission. Blue light, breathing it in your central channel that we opened up with our higher selves, moving through our central channel. Now that electric blue light is coming through and streaming through into the crown, into the third eye, this electric blue light, into the throat, sapphire blue light, down through the spinal column, into the heart, the sapphire blue, down into the solar plexus, the sapphire blue, electric blue, down through the spinal column, into the sacral, into the root, sapphire electric blue, moving through the legs, the feet, the arms, the hands, your whole being lit up in this sapphire blue light. And now all you can see around you is sapphire blue light. It's like this massive sapphire blue light. And what they're doing is they're sucking you up now. It's like beaming you up into the Syrian light temple of your higher self's choosing, because there are several within Sirius. So you're going to go to the light temple, the blue light temple, or the light temples of Sirius that have blue chambers in their temple, and just allow yourself to be beamed up to Sirius now, your light body, your soul consciousness, and go into this temple on Sirius. And all you can see is this beautiful blue light. And you may start to see some other images now starting to come through. So you may see the Syrian lion beings with you, or you also may see the dolphin beings, the whale beings. You'll notice now that they are disintegrating into sacred geometric codes. They're leaving their forms and they're coming into a more true form, which is sacred geometry, light, and sacred geometry. And so these masters of light are now starting to work with you, and they're bringing in sacred geometric equations into your energy field, maybe through your central channel. They're placing different light codes and sacred geometries into your field. Just breathe here and receive. I receive the medicine of blue. I receive the medicine of Sirius. I open my channels to receive and activate. And so what's happening is your training on Sirius is starting to activate what you've learned from your time on Sirius, whether that is incarnations in a physical body or in your trainings in your light body when you sleep and you go to the universities and the temples of Sirius. These lessons and the wisdom that you hold from these trainings and these experiences is starting to activate any high vibrational frequencies that will serve you, even memories from lifetimes in Sirius. You might not get anything at all. Just know that it's happening because it will unfold for you in the coming days and weeks. Just breathe. Breathing in now. If you don't feel anything happen, just welcome that, because there's a lot happening, whether we can recognize it or not. So just trust, relax, just visualize bright blue light and sacred geometry is coming into your body and being, knowing that these are coming from the Syrian masters and elders of light. The dolphins and the lion beings of Sirius, the whales and other beings and masters, ascended masters who vibrate with Syrian frequencies. As you breathe, just ask if there's anything you need to know in this temple of light. Is there anything I need to know? Is there anything you would share with me now? Blue light masters, Syrian frequencies of divine light. What would you have me hear now? And just relax, let go, open your heart. These downloads may come in silently without your conscious awareness, or they may come through consciously. Trust whatever you experience as correct for you in this now moment. Taking a deep breath in. And thanking these beautiful beings of light for their healing, activation, and messages. You can now feel Archangel Michael stepping forth and arriving, placing one etheric hand over your head on your head and blessing you and bringing you into a coherence with your higher self and your soul's mission. Just spend a moment with Archangel Michael now. Asking Archangel Michael if there's anything you need to know for your soul mission, for your heart, for your alignment. And taking a deep breath, receiving this medicine messages, and allow Archangel Michael, Michaela, to lovingly escort you once you've said your goodbyes to beautiful Sirius light. But you're actually bringing the light of Sirius, you're bringing the codes through your light body and allowing Archangel Michael to escort you back into your physical body as your physical body starts to process and receive all of these codes and upgrades and activations. Breathing your soul, breathing your light body into your physical form, Archangel Michael supporting you, light codes filling you. And now go ahead and shoot a blue light ray down through your grounding cord into the core of the earth so she may receive these frequencies. Feeling Gaia's crystalline core light up with blue, all of our blue lights meeting in Gaia's crystalline core, all of the unique light codes and the blue light that we've gathered. And now it's meeting in the crystalline core. Now it's merging together, this blue light. And this is of a very high frequency. It's safe to merge this blue light because we're merging our higher dimensional aspects to become more powerful. And we're also interfacing new information and activations that we've received with one another, empowering us even more. So receiving this merged blue light up through your feet that's in the crystalline diamond core of Gaia, and just receive that up through your grounding cord and through your feet and through your whole being, your whole body. And feeling your whole aura filled with this blue light, sapphire blue light. And finally, sealing this light, sealing this activation with golden light about 2 or 3 inches thick, maybe even more. Maybe you're going to put it a foot thick around you. This golden light around your aura, like an egg of golden light surrounding you. This is sealing in these vibrations. You may notice gold and blue having a beautiful relationship. Gold and blue, the colors of Archangel Michael, as well as the violet that is encoded within the blue. You may even see some violet sparkles within your energy field light up. Maybe turquoise, maybe diamond, maybe some other colors, because what blue does is it reveals your soul codes and gifts. So you may be aware of more than just what I'm sharing. Taking a deep breath in and releasing. Just feeling yourself coming back into your body, back into your being. Just noticing how your body is feeling now. I want you to really become aware of your lower body, your legs, your feet. You might massage them. You might wiggle your hips. The thing for blue rays is grounding. Grounding is important for us because we are so higher dimensional, higher vibrational, living in these realms, multidimensional. It's a bit of a soul journey, soul lessons for us on how to really ground, where grounding comes so easy to other people who carry ruby red frequencies in their energy field, or that beautiful brown bear energy. For us, we have to work for it a little more. So just feeling your hips. Whenever you're ready, there's no rush. You can bring your eyes back to the space. And as we come back, oh, Nick, my cat is so cute. As we come back into this space, the lion beings are here, y'all. Cute. I would love for you to share, if you want to share in the chat about your experience, if you saw anything, felt anything that you want to just place in the container to be witnessed. You can chat away, you can type away. I did want to share as well, I forgot to share that I'm an initiate in a mystery school called the 13 Moon Mystery School. And there's 13 faces of the goddess, 13 archetypes. And the priestess is one of the faces. And there's different color signatures and frequencies for each of the 13 faces and moons. And the priestess's color is sapphire blue. And one of the practices that we'll do in this mystery school is we will go and bathe in blue light water, sapphire blue light water. And one of the things that happens to us in the sapphire blue light water is that we receive remembrance, because this temple of the priestess is also about remembrance. Remembrance of who we really are, remembrance of other lifetimes, remembrance of our soul gifts, remembrance of why we came here. And it'll come bit by bit. Some of us have a lot of activated awareness in that, and some of us have shrouded that a little bit more for reasons maybe only our soul knows. But I did want to share that the sapphire blue energy does sort of relate in different mystery schools in different ways, and that blue is also an energy of remembrance. So for yourself, or for any clients that you might have, if you do healing work, you can also bring the sapphire blue light to help yourself and help other beings remember who they really are. You don't have to be a blue ray being in order to experience the medicine of blue ray. Absolutely. This is a frequency we want to bring to everybody, because it will help activate our multidimensional awareness no matter who you are. It will help to activate your oracular gifts and your intuitive gifts. And it will help us to remember who we are multidimensionally, which is very important at this time. So I did just want to share that. Okay, so Adele says, I remember the Syrian temple of blue sun that I discovered a few years ago. Beautiful. It was a beautiful experience. Thank you. Ali says, thank you. Amazing. My dogs joined me as guides as I orbed up, and several of my past cats were there to greet me. A whale greeted me powerfully, and 2 dolphins merged as soulmates and then dove into my being. Also received a lot of beautiful codes, including dolphins, whales, music notes, the Ankh. White lions were also there guarding the space. Beautiful. Nikki says, wow, thank you. Such a blessing to be present with you in this frequency. Yay. Me too. Leanne says, I fell to my knees and wept uncontrollably when I entered the blue temple. And then I cried when I had to leave. I really didn't want to go. Archangel Michael had to encourage me. Nice thing is you can go back whenever you want. You can go back in 20 minutes. Audrey says, beautiful realignment of home energies. Thank you so much, Beth, and the beautiful souls here. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. Kim says, that felt very peaceful, powerful, soft, and welcoming. Joanne says, I did not see anything during the activation. This is typical for me. We'll continue to receive in the coming days. Yeah, this is coming at the exact right time for me. I will often have meditations and moments where I'll just see electric blue light, and I don't really feel much coming in. And then I'll have some moments where it's just like full downloads. So that's why in meditations, they also say, like, if you're not seeing anything, if you're not feeling anything, it's all good. It's all perfect. Just allowing that is so important, because there is so much happening still. So, okay, I'm going to share a link with y'all. Sometimes I say y'all, even though I'm from Canada. So we do have our next ceremony next week, but like I've been mentioning, doors to Medicine Keepers of the Blue Violet Ray are opening today, really. We're just opening the doors for this beautiful 4-month deep dive experience. So I put the link in the chat so you can learn more about it. And what we're going to be doing, if you are called to dive deeper for 4 months of activation, is we're going to be working with a different multidimensional mentor as we cycle through our journey for the 4 months. So we're going to work really strongly with the blue ray energy and the blue violet. And then we're going to be working a lot with Archangel Michael and Archaea Faith. We're going to be visiting that energetic vortex in Lake Louise together in meditation. We're going to be really aligning with our soul's mission with Michael. And we're going to be working with Isis for our sexuality. It's so important that all beings, but especially blue rays, are bringing that blue ray into our sexual sacred temples, because these energies have been hijacked to keep humans in a lower vibrational space. So one of the codes for a blue ray being is to really go into the temples of our sexuality. This is what Isis had, her mystery schools in ancient Egypt had entire faucets, entire areas of the mystery school just devoted to working with the frequencies of Kundalini and sacred sexuality. So we're working with her and activating those golden age Egyptian codes. And many of you have probably actually been sacred sexual priestesses of Isis or priestesses of Isis, because blue ray beings tend to incarnate as priestesses of Isis and the blue violet and the violet ray, as well as ruby red beings and so many more, Sisterhood of the Rose beings. We'll be working with Hathor today, who we didn't really meet too much today, but Hathor is our mentor in sound. and how to work with sound intentionally, especially the words that we say, to activate profound healing, transmutation, and manifestation for ourselves and for others. We're also going to be working with the Syrian lion beings very deeply. And we're going to be learning about the golden lion vortex in South Africa, the country that I'm currently in, and the golden meridian line that runs from South Africa all the way up to Egypt, in ancient Egypt. And we're going to be connecting with that energy and seeing what that activates inside of us. We're also going to be working with the violet, right? Just pure violet, learning how to work with that energy for transmutation. We're going to be working with amethyst, the actual physical crystal, and Archangel Zadkiel, who is going to be helping us to remember how we can actually work with amethyst physically to bring in the violet, right, for healing and forgiveness. We're going to be doing a lot, y'all. So this journey was an activation, and it's potent and it's important within and of itself. But the true deep dive is for the medicine keepers of the blue violet ray. And that's going to be the space that you might feel called to be in if Archangel Michael is calling you to be in there. I feel like you'll know if this is something that you're really called to do. You're really called to be a medicine keeper, because like I said, the Syrian temples showed me we've got to unite our blue. And what better way to actually sit in ceremony together and community together for 4 months and do that. Some of the content's going to be live like this. Some of it's going to be pre-recorded. We're going to have a beautiful Facebook group. It's going to be quite the experience. So thank you for listening. And the link to learn more is in the chat. And if you're on replay, it will be in the description. And I'm also offering private sessions as well. If you want to upgrade your experience and you want to work with me one-on-one throughout the journey, having 1 session a month with me, to receive a Blu-ray activation and a channeling and a reading and a healing to really supplement your experience powerfully, that's also available. So thank you for listening, and I hope to see some of you in that deep dive. And you can just tune in, go to Sirius, go to the blue light temples and say, is this something that I need to do in community right now? Or is this something that I am, just needing to do on my own? So Birgit says, I saw soft flowing waves of blue and white, outlines of faces, dolphins and whales, very peaceful, beautiful. Ali says, I see it too. Already browsed the page earlier in our call. So magical. The pictures are such powerful activators. Yeah, I had fun creating that. There's a lot of magic in there. Candy says, thank you. Joanne says, thank you so much for this today. You're welcome. Kim says, peace, love, and prosperity, beautiful souls. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Audrey, awesome. So thank you so much. We did so much in an hour and a half. Like, we didn't even start until 7:10 really. So in an hour and 20 minutes, it's like, wow, there's so much frequency that was shared. So I thank you, I bless you, and we have our dolphin heart activation ceremony next week. We're going to be shifting the frequency a little bit. It's going to be a little bit more playful, a little bit more crystalline turquoise, and I look forward to that. I'm just going to read a couple more comments and then I will say goodbye. Joanne says, my energy has shifted from the beginning of the call. I was feeling a lot of fear being in Canada. That has lifted. Yeah, beautiful. Very, very powerful frequency to do that. Valerie says, thank you so much for today. And thank you everyone for being here. Community felt so yummy. Yeah, community. Megma says, I had an amazing time connecting with you all. Love you all. Beautiful. Empress says, thank you for this experience. I look forward to next week's experience. Awesome. So may you dream well tonight, sleep well tonight, and you are more than welcome also to come into our Facebook groups, the Start of the Mermaid Moon, to share any further insights that come with you. It's been a pleasure to journey with you in the Blu-ray frequency. And bye to Kenji-san, you're so cute, waving us bye. So happy to be with you all. And what I'm actually going to do is just say, if you want to unmute yourselves to just say goodbye so we can hear your voice, go ahead and unmute yourself and you can talk over each other as you say bye.
Thank you. Love you all.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Appreciate you.
Beautiful.
Thank
Thank you.
Awesome.
you. Bye. Thank you, Beth.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you all for being here. Yay.
Thank you. Bye-bye.